Hello. You have a collect call from.
Father Mike McCullough.
To accept charges, please say yes or say no.
Yeah, okay. Hello?
Hi, is this, Martin Papali?
Is this, Smooch, is this you?
Marty, it's me. I was so fucking scared Diane was gonna pick up the fucking phone. I came up with a fake name. I fucking must have thrown you for a fucking loop. You probably thought you had to go back to confession, you fuck.
I really thought it was one of the priests that touched me. Holy shit, what's happening?
Oh, fuck.
So where'd you wind up? You told me where you're gonna call me from.
I am calling you right now from breezy, very windy, salty, Far Rockaway, Queens.
Holy cow.
Remember Mikey Spiglitori?
Yeah, Stick Leg Mike.
Yeah, he had like a clown nose. You play with hula hoops all the time.
His nose was actually that red, though. It was a big, round fucking nose.
Yeah, kind of round lower half like a bowling ball, sort of tiny head, but with a clown's nose.
Yeah, I remember that kid.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I saw him when I was in Putnam County. He told me, since we grew up together, he said, you know what, my mother's still got a house in Far Rockaway.
So you staying with Mikey's family?
Well, not quite. I get to the address. I'm looking at the address, 318 Ocean. I'm looking up at the house. I'm looking back down at the address. I'm like, is this Mama Spiglitori's house? Because there's no roof on this fucking thing. I'm thinking, this is a crazy place for an old lady to live. I knock on the door, the fucking thing nearly falls through. The whole place smells like fucking salt and fucking mildew. I'm starting to get concerned because not only am I a little bit worried about this little old lady, I'm also concerned a little bit about my living situation now. Next door to her, a little Asian lady, she starts yelling at me, you know, she know there, you know. I go, Mama Spiglitori? Is this 363 Ocean? She goes, no, this is. She's pointing at her house, which is somewhat intact, while still, you know, it's still dumped, but it's somewhat intact.
All right, so there's people living there.
There's people living there. I realize, I think maybe this broad killed Mama, and she moved her family into the house. My blood starts to boil, because I'm starting to think, yeah, these guys, I don't know who they are. They could be terrorists, could be coronavirus. My blood is boiling. This lady is talking, saying she know here. I go, well, you know what? This is Mama Spiglitori's house, and Michael gave me his word that I could move in. So I'm living in this house, whether you like it or not. And I take my little fucking lunch pail sack of my few amenities, and I go downstairs and I set up shop in the basement next to the washing machine.
Let me tell you first things first. You stay in that house. What's ours is ours. What's Mike's is ours. I don't want you leaving that house unless you have to.
There's no way. They're gonna have to.
And you know what I think that might have to happen? You know, I'm real scared riding on the subways now. I can't drive, you know, and riding the subway, I myself fell asleep after work. And let me tell you, I fell asleep one day on that fucking train. I woke up, I was getting fucked. There's a gaggle of them. There's a whole fucking pack of 8th graders just fucking the shit out of me, man. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I fucking grab my phone, I swipe a whole fucking streak of them out of the way. I run, I get off at the first stop. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, Dutchess County somewhere. And I lost it. I said, I can never again. I'm not getting molested by kids again on a fucking train. So I can't take the train, but I will find a way.
You know, I know you got my back, Marty, but I gotta tell you, after what you just told me, it might be difficult for you to get to me because the only way to get to Far Rockaway, it's the last stop on the fucking A train. Remember we used to take the A train, it goes all the way to Queens, all the way back to Brooklyn. It's the longest train in New York. You can fucking go on there, get a whole fucking stick ball game going.
I might have been in Portchester for some time, but I didn't forget my roots.
Well, my parents would be fucking fighting. My dad would, I'd have to run out of my house. I'd run to your house. Next thing you know, your parents are going at it. We go, fuck it. Let's have an A train carousel, and we take the next 4 or 5 hours playing stickball, drinking Miller High Life on the fucking train. That's called a Brooklyn carousel ride, an old school ride for kids trying to avoid the abuse in their home. And that's when America was a better place. That was a better time. That was a better time to live.
Why can't we go back to the times when kids had to ride the train for 20 hours a day just to stay away from the physical and mental abuse in the household? That's what I want to go back to also. And I think that's what we're doing by moving into the home of a happy foreign family trying to make it in Queens. I think you're doing the right thing.
When I get next to the dryer and that thing starts shaking a little bit in the night, that's nice and warm, and that's a special treat.
Yeah.
But
it gets cold out there on the beach. What? No, I'm talking to a job. It's a job. It's a cheese order. Yeah, but get off the phone. I'm on the fucking phone. It's all right.
Diane's busting your balls.
It's Diane. God. Well, it's a collect call. I accepted a collect call to the house, so they're gonna be paying for this one. But don't worry about it.
I make one comment at Vince's wedding. I do one toast. 35 years ago. 35 years it's been. It's just, when will people let things go? It's been 35 years.
You said they were what?
I said that Diane had a lot of boyfriends. Open bars, it's a time to open up. Open bar, open up. All I did was I made a toast and I said, in the Jewish faith, I know that the Jews step on a glass. All I did, instead of that was the only thing I did that was different, was I broke a champagne flute over my head, stabbed myself in the hand, started bleeding, and ran to the kids' table and said, I'm a monster. And I
thought that's what they did at Jew weddings too.
And you know, that and some of the mixed remarks about Diane's sexual life. In 35 years, I still can't show up at the house. I mean, it's really, you gotta learn to forgive. That's what Jesus said, forgive your enemies.
But my brother still loves you. He'll never not love you.
You remember the one time, it was Patty McGee's out in Island Park. We were trying to get in, and the bouncer kept on telling it was me, you, and Vincent, probably 1984, 1985, something like that. We're trying to get into the bar, and but the bouncer's saying, you can't get in because you're shirtless and you got blood on you. And I go, what did you just say? And he points at Vincent, and he goes, this fucking guy has got no shirt on. This is a classy club, and he's got fucking blood all over his fucking chest and face, and also hair. And remember what I said to him, Marty? Remember what I said to him? I said, guess what, pal? Join the club. I pulled his shirt off and fucking stabbed him right in the fucking stomach.
And then you dragged him into the club, and you said, now we're both in here. That was one of the greatest. It was the first time he went away. First of many.
I remember when I was a kid, he actually did me a favor, because when I was a kid, I had a pig nose upturned where you could see all the way in my fucking nostrils.
It looked like you had a fucking ass chin on your upper lip. And then it didn't really make sense, your fucking face. I'll tell you that much.
No, and I don't have any of this now. It's been 40 years since I've had that face, because since your brother fucking stomped me in and fucking basically the team.
I thought you were dead for at least 3 minutes. You're a new person now. That was before you were really Smooch.
I was a smart kid.
We used to call you Churchy Animal Farm because you were a smart religious kid and you were fucking going away to the seminary at the age of 11. You were so goddamn smart. You were going to Syracuse.
Marty, I forgot about that.
We beat your fucking head in. Of course you forgot. We banged your fucking skull against your brains.
I had a pact. I was going to be a priest. I was smart.
Aren't you happy that things turned out this way?
Oh, God, yeah.
Imagine you as a priest at the age of 11.
No, the tail I would have missed, the fucking nights out with you guys, the hockey.
Listen, Father McCullough, he was weighing on all of us in a lot of different ways, and we broke you free of that. And eventually we broke us all free of that when we fucking offed him. Is this a secure line that you're calling me from? Is this Mrs. Kim's phone?
This is a payphone. We're all good, buddy.
Okay.
I'm calling you from payphone. No, Miss Kim don't let me use the phone. No,
You should grab it from her. Grab it from her. Tell her it's
yeah,
yours. Tell her you
I don't
need to
know
make
if
her call.
I don't know if I need that lady trouble in my life, Marty. I don't know what I need. The first thing I need, maybe, is to get a little place of my own that doesn't already have a Korean family living in it.
It's not as nice as it's crapped up to be. I'll tell you that much. You seem to got a pretty nice deal set up in there next to the laundry machines and in the basement of somebody else's house. Invading on their space, if as a lot of other people would see it, I see it more as taking back what's yours and fighting for what's right in this world. So
you know what? Thank you, Marty. Because when you say that, I start to think, you know what? Compared to Mrs. Kim, honestly, I take her and her weird fucking son over Diane any day of the week. So
you don't even want to know. She is a piece, and something's got to be. What? This fucking bitch. I'm fine. I'm getting off.
What is she?
All right, maybe
Oh
I'm
no!
fine. I'll lose out on this fucking deal then. I guess.
She's calling. Oh
okay.
God, it's Diane.
All right, say goodbye to the cheese. Say goodbye to all the fucking cheese
no,
I bring into this fucking house.
Oh my
That's
God!
It. I'm gonna
Marlo.
go. I gotta call you. You call me. Call me back soon. Call me. I love you all with all
I
the love
love
in
you,
the world.
buddy. God
Scadooch.
bless.
I love God bless up and down. God bless, love you with everything in my heart and body.